Welcome back to U-Boat. I checked this out in early access some time ago. It's still in early access now, but the release is not too far away, and I have to start from scratch. My previous saves are not compatible with this build. So at the beginning, we choose from the beginning, War Begins, the U48, all the way down to the U1055, but the difficulty levels get harder. So you can choose your start point. I'm going in at the beginning, normal difficulty, War Begins. And you can choose balanced, high realistic simulation. Do you prefer? You can choose entertaining, balanced, or hardcore. How involved in crew management do you wish to be? Minimal. Crew management will be mostly automated. Intermediate, the crew will require your attention. I don't know why it's require, it's got a line through it there. But some corners will be cut to remove complexity, or you can go expert mode. So go minimal here for crew management. So as I learned the game. Now the main settings, audio languages in German, the save mode is normal. Gameplay perspective, normal recommended. The AI difficulty is on medium. How realistic or how experienced enemy crews will seem to be. Because well, I get used to the game and I get used to the mechanics. Later on I'm going to come back and I'm going to bump up the realism later on. But for now, economic difficulty is hard. Expanded sailor management. Morale management difficulty. That's on easy at the moment. At high difficulty levels, your initial crew may sometimes not handle stress well enough. Hardcore aiming mode. Your crew will never compute torpedo solutions for you. It will be necessary to do this manually in all cases. Units, mixed, coordinate style, decimal, food management can be ticked. That food management should be present in the game. If it's disabled, crew won't require food to function. Mission completion. Collision damage is on. Torpedo floors are on semi-realistic at the moment. Perfect impact angle is rewarded with an almost guaranteed detonation of a torpedo. Now those suboptimal hits usually end up in a detonation too, especially if the torpedo is properly maintained by a trained officer. Hide detection heat. Realistic bilge. Realistic earth curvature. Darker nights. Damage difficulty, that's on medium at the moment. The higher this difficulty level is set, the larger the simulated hull breaches will be on average after receiving damage. And disable torpedo solution previews. Recommended to leave this setting off unless you are already an experienced player and want to increase challenge. So there we go, realism set to 45%. I'm quite happy with that. So customize the skipper. Well, just go with that. Let's get We're loading. Now, people on the forums and what have you do report crashes with this game. Save often.
Jawohl.
It's Friday, September 1st, 1939. Captain, before you go on first patrol, I recommend you to undergo training that will prepare you and your crew for the fight. Click on the highlighted officer in the port to start a conversation. So let's set this up right now. Load, save. Oh! I can't save yet, right. Click on the highlighted officer.
Beim BDU wird viel über Ihre letzte Patrouillenfahrt geredet. Gute Arbeit.
So let's do training.
Dies sind die heutigen Aufträge vom BDU. Streng geheim.
You choose the training mission to explore the secrets of the game. If you play for the first time, it is recommended to complete the missions from the first to the last. So, training resupply is already highlighted. So, it says it here. The difficulty is medium, should take about 5 minutes. Before starting a patrol as a captain, you must ensure that your boat is properly prepared to go to sea. You must provide adequate provisions, fuel supply, and equip the ship to fight. You can provide all these things by talking to a warehouse clerk. Click on him to start a conversation. Let's move around a little bit and yeah.
Was brauchst du, Herr Kaloy?
Now select the first dialogue option, so show me what you got.
Schau mal.
In the port warehouse you can buy and sell goods to get your ship ready for the road. On the left side there is a window, goods available in the port. Note the series of tabs next to them that allow you to choose a category. Your current budget is displayed in the upper bar of this window, so let's begin with 6,000. On the right side is the window, ship storage. To buy or sell product, right click on it or drag it from one window to another. We must also ensure that we have enough fuel to complete the mission. So we go fuel. And we'll refuel. Finally, we must also ensure that the U-boat is armed well enough to attack enemy vessels. Click the highlighted tab to browse torpedoes that are currently available at this port. I have to buy at least 3 new torpedoes. So, some of them are free, like that T2. The T2's standard issue, some issues with this pistol design. The T1's standard issue, there's issues with that as well. I have T2s in storage and a T1. So, go T2. After ordering new goods at the warehouse, loading them on your boat begins. It's not instant process and takes some time. Click this button to skip the wait. Mission completed. Training resupply. So I would say, can I now save it? Yes. Let's get it saved. Now.
Beim BDU wird viel über Ihre letzte Patrouillenfahrt geredet. Dies sind die heutigen Aufträge vom
Let's
BDU.
go back to the training!
Streng geheim.
Done the first one. Second one, training, travel and diving. This should take about 15 minutes. During this training mission, you will train how to navigate and dive with your ship. First, we must undock from the port. To do that, click on the highlighted button and select the third engineer gear forward. So click that. And
Schneller, schneller!
let's get moving. Now check this out. Very good. Now open the map by clicking the highlighted button. We open the map. The in-game map allows you to plan ahead the travel. As you can see, your crew automatically set a route to leave port after you are undocked. To test the diving capabilities of the ship, you need to travel to more deeper water. I marked a good spot for that on your map. To set a course for this, you press Shift on the keyboard and click it with the right mouse button.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten.
Having set a course for our boat, we must now wait until the boat arrives at the destination. This may take a few hours in real time though. Click the highlighted button to speed up the in-game time. So we are leaving Port Wall down here and speed it up. You can zoom in and out of this map. You can zoom all the way in. This is your sight radius. Max sight is out here. Yes, the game feels more polished. Shallow area. And let us commence the training. After you leave the port area, you can use more powerful time compression buttons, so speed it up some more. There we go. Whoa! So we're heading out into the Atlantic right now. There's the coast of Norway. Great Britain's over here. Denmark. So I will make my way up to the waypoint. It says up here North Sea, it's the 3rd of September 1939 and the time is there as well. You have a lot of screens here, we've got to find out what all these are. And don't forget to keep saving it. There is auto-save here as well if you look at settings. Quick save is F8. Autosave after docking. Autosave on exit. Save mode is on normal. We are now at the target location. We can now practice how to dive. First, we will dive to periscope depth. Click the highlighted button. So here we are.
Auf Seerohrtiefe gehen.
We're going periscope depth. Remember Silent Hunter 3 all those years ago? I played that a lot. I definitely get Silent Hunter 3 vibes with this game. Wait. Or down.
Seerohrtiefe.
Your boat is now at periscope depth. Staying just below the water's surface, allowing the crew to extend periscopes above the water to scan the surroundings. There are 2 periscopes installed on this sub. The observation periscope is conveniently located in the control room. It's good for scanning quickly the surroundings, and it's usually used by the regular crew. The attack periscope, on the other hand, is designed to perform precise torpedo attacks. It's much better at this task. It must be manned by an officer. Your sub is extremely hard to spot when it stays at periscope depth, although it's still possible to spot it at close range. It's also vulnerable here to detection methods that use the sound waves for detection, hydrophones and sonars. Now let's dive deeper. Click the highlighted buttons and we're going to go deep. Maximum safe depth.
150 Meter.
So we are now going to go deeper. And I'm going to speed this up a bit.
20 Meter. 40. 60. 80.
Just to get there faster.
100. 120.
We're now more than 100 meters below the surface. Pressure outside is around 16 atmospheres. This sub was built to handle such pressure indefinitely, but going deeper than this comes with a risk. As a rule of thumb, the deeper you dive, the easier it is to hide from enemies. Your submarine also becomes harder to hit with anti-sub weapons. Staying underwater comes with some problems, though. When you remain underwater, there's no way to vent the ship, and air quality will become worse with the passing of time. You can always check the current air quality by looking at this indicator. It's very important. If it ever becomes empty, your crew will start to suffocate. You can refresh air to some degree by using the onboard ventilation system, but it has the drawback of being quite noisy. Enemies may detect your ship more easily when it's turned on. Let's use it right now. Click on it using the left mouse button.
Besetzen Sie diese Station.
Well done. After you gave the order, one of the sailors will come here soon and activate the ventilation system. Look at them working away. Automated crew. There's on. Notice the air quality in the ship starts to get better. The ventilation system won't improve it indefinitely though, as it can only recirculate existing air. Another thing to watch when you stay underwater for a long time are the bilges of your ship. Your sub will slowly accumulate water through the holes in the ship's hull, like the propeller shafts, periscopes, valves, and the torpedo tubes. When ballast accumulates, your ship will be less maneuverable and responsive. Eventually, the ballast may sink your ship, but we will learn about that in more detail during the next training assignments. To get rid of the accumulated water, enable the pump in the control room. So the pump is there. So air quality is going back up again. Well done, the pump slowly pumps out the water from all your compartments. Please note that the performance of the pump is correlated with the pressure of the water outside the ship. Above 100 meters, it basically doesn't do anything useful. So the wording of that could be confusing. What they mean is 100 meters or greater. It basically doesn't do anything useful. We must move to a shallower depth to get rid of the water. Let's get back to the surface now. Please click the depth meter.
150.
So we are going to
Tanks anblasen!
blast the tanks and get back to the surface. Outside it's dark because we are 140 meters
140.
underwater. You can zoom in, zoom out, and you can go explore around. The ship was first person perspective as well. I'm the commander, and I'm currently just chilling. Got the radio guy there.
110.
They're chilling out.
70.
Got the cook.
50. Wir sind schon so lange auf See. Ich halte es nicht mehr aus.
And I'm having a rest on the bed, right?
Aufseerohrtiefe.
This is our basic training. Periscope depth diving, good to be back. At the surface of the ship, your crew had to blow the water out of the ballast tanks using the compressed air reserves. You can check how much compressed air you have
Wechseln auf
by looking
Dieselmotor.
at this notification. What did he say? Compressed air is stored in a special tanks under the hull. You can replenish it using air compressors installed on your ship. You have two air compressors at your disposal. One is medium performance electric compressor and the second larger one, high performance diesel compressor. You may use one or both of them depending on the resources you have and the circumstances you find yourself in. So enable one or both of them now. Let's go for the electric.
Besetzen Sie diese Station.
There's the engines. Well done, skipper. To surface your ship after diving, you need a minimum 25% of the compressed air reserves. The amount consumed is not constant. The deeper you are and the larger the ballast you have in the compartments to compensate, the more air may be consumed in the process. Well done, you learned a lot today. Let's get back to the port. Open the map, right click on the port icon to plot a course to it. So here we are. The game is currently in paused mode here, with slowed down time. But this is because of the tutorial.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten
Whoops.
setzen.
Zu Befehl.
I want to do that. Right click on the port icon to plot a course to it.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
Jawohl.
We're done. Mission complete. So I can go straight back. I love the seamless transition here. You can go map view, way out, and you just use the middle mouse button, is scroll wheel, and you can zoom right in and right down to the ship. Because I want to check out the views here, what views are available. FPP, section view, or orbit view. That's orbit view, right. So there's the sub on its way back. Zoom in, zoom out.
Legen Sie den Kurs an.
No! 2 days later. We've got to go all the way back to port. And I see it saves. Because we returned to port. And we're back. Discipline is 100%. Battery capacity is at 97. Fuel's at 88%. You've got to remember to refuel. You've got reputation there and budget. And there's more tutorial missions to come. But for now, we leave it here. I'm back in port, and next time I'll continue with some more of the tutorial missions. See you next time.